I'm your host, Riem Zin Labidin, and you are listening to Tech Tag Podcast. Today, our guest is Anya Huang. She's a backend software engineer at Delivery Hero. Anya has a very interesting and inspiring journey. The first time I heard about it was from my colleague, Pei, who was very inspired by her. She asked me if I can interview her, and I'm very grateful that Anya accepted the invitation. So stay with us and let's meet with Anya and learn more about her inspiring journey. Hello, Anya. I'm very happy to have you here. Welcome to Tech Tag.
Hi, I'm happy to be here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I know you from the internet, from LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited to know you more. Tell us who is Anya.
Yes, hi. My name is Anya Huang. I'm from Taiwan. Now I work at Delivery Hero as a backend engineer. It's quite interesting because like in Taiwan, I was doing like talk show, game show, like host events, press conference. And then I married to a German guy. And then later on, we moved to Berlin in 2016. And I was housewife and mom for 5 years. And so I never have any like tech experience.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I landed a job in Delivery Hero, some people might feel like interesting. So if you want to
Yes.
know, I don't know if you want to know, but I'm just trying to introduce myself.
Yeah, this is exactly what I would like to know. I'm very excited to know about it.
Yeah, so I was very lucky. I really, really wanted to have a job because that's a trend things to do in Germany, and it's also, I feel for female, it's quite important to be financially independent. But I didn't know what to do at that time because I'm from Taiwan and my German wasn't that good. So at first I thought, okay, maybe I studied German. And then I went to the language school and I saw these flyers about this organization. They're helping refugees
Mhm.
and female to learn computer skills. This is called Ready School, REDI. And I thought like, okay, this is for a good cause. I always care about like gender equality,
Mhm.
because from my background, I know also in lots of countries still like people have this weird mindset thinking about guys is better than
Yeah.
girls, like women. I'm like, that's too backward. So if there's an organization is supporting that, I'm like, I want to be part of it. So I signed up. I did some like weekend class about learning Python. I think probably 6 hours or something. So I didn't learn much because I also knew nothing about programming. So that was fun. I want to connect with people,
Yeah.
especially good, interesting people. And then like somehow they have this Slack channel. And then I found out everybody's like say, oh, we're gonna sign up with this special program with Delivery Hero. They have this DHTA Tech Academy things going on. So basically like a year ago, they wanted to do this like promote female who has no software engineer like background, no
Mhm.
CS degree, but you could come to our bootcamp. So I believe more than 700 people signed up. And in the end,
Wow.
they picked 20 people. And 20 people, they put 10 people learning Python, 10 people learning Java. And those 20 people, like we've been through 3 rounds of interview. You also need to learn some like front end stuff like yourself to prove that you can do self-study. You can learn by yourself. So I was very lucky to be one of them. So I was learning Python for 7.5 months.
Mhm.
I would say that was really, really tough. Yes, because I didn't know, like I only with computer, I can only do like get email, write email. I used to can only do those things and then online shopping. So like programming, come on, like I didn't know anything about that. But that was a great challenging. I'm really happy I did that. And then after the 7.5 months of learning, and we each one of them all got this like internship in Delivery Hero. And after 3 months internship, and then they can decide like, do they want to keep you or not?
Mhm.
So then I have been here for a year already.
Oh,
Yes.
that's really cool.
Now I'm working as a backend software engineer.
So 1 year working, or is it including the internship?
Yeah, and that's how I count it because now my contract is like endless. So after 3 months, they'll check, do they want to keep you? But in tech company, they will continue to review because you have to continue to delivery. So
Yeah, like it's continuous learning every day also.
exactly. And we also have good platform. Like we work with like Udemy and Lincoln Learning, so you
Mm.
can like the resource like endless.
That's really cool.
Yes,
And do
it's
they
very
have
good.
like guidance, like with people around you that give you some trainings or?
We have mentorship. You can sign up. So for example, like in tech, there's lots of male. That like for
Yeah.
example, for my help center team, there's only 2 female. So the
Mhm.
ratio is quite different, and we still need to work on that. But however, that's why I joined this mentorship, and I found a female engineer because I want to kind of see like is there any difference? I want to learn more from all kind of aspect and different gender and different experience. So I found myself a mentor, and that was really good. So in the company, there's lots of resources you could use or find, and people are very nice in general.
That's awesome. And in the beginning, it seems that it was challenging to start like the basics about programming, etc. Do you remember how long it took to start really feeling, yes, I am going to master that?
Oh, wow. Um, First of all, I recently learned you shouldn't say master that because master is like a male gender thing. So we want try to say be good at that. I don't know. I heard
Oh,
from the podcast.
really?
Yes, very sensitive about those gender equal thing now. I mean me. So
Oh,
well,
interesting. I never thought of it.
yes. And there's other words we feel like a male is better. So we say master that, means you're good enough or something. But no, yeah, so it's very interesting. That is a side topic. Sorry to off
That's
track a
okay.
little. Well, I still think because recently I changed to a new team in tech. I have to say it's keep changing. It's very dynamic.
Yes.
So you have to adapt like very quickly. You have to do things quick. You have to learn fast, but you have to do it carefully. You have to write your tests. So it's
Yes.
definitely challenging, but it's also fun. It's not boring, right?
Yeah.
And the reward is good as well. So after a year, I still say I'm not that great. I'm still junior. I didn't become like senior or like manager, but I can see my progress. I can see continuous learning. Your foundations you build up, like
Yeah.
you make less mistake, but it's also okay to make mistake. In tech, it's like because in any innovation field, it should be lots of room for mistake, so people can really make new stuff. Just continuous learning and don't give up because there's lots of time you say, oh, I just want to give up. In the beginning, like I feel so stressed.
Yes.
I was like I didn't work for 5 years, and then like I didn't know anything about. I never sit in a like office desk, never. So in this kind of big company, corporate company, and there's so many people with a field I don't know that much. It was so intimidating. But yeah, I remember I ran home so quickly. I have to ride my bicycle home. Like what happened? And I have to track down 2 shots of tequila, and I slap myself and then look myself in the mirror like, you can do this. Come on, you can do this. I'm signed up. I can do this. Have some affirmation to myself. Well, it was really tough.
Yeah, it needs a lot of courage and to be brave to continue because it takes time. You need to be patient and to be really like to have faith on yourself.
Yes.
And it's really good that you find your way with affirmations. Did you feel like you like programming from the beginning, or it took some time that you say, okay, yeah, I start liking it?
Well, yeah. Well, in the beginning, I was just really knew nothing. I don't even know which key is tab. I don't know which one's shift, which one's tab. You know nothing. But I always love learn new things. I love learning. That's a very crucial character trait, you know. I love
Yeah.
knowing new things. And for me, programming right now, if I do some like, also I'm still learning. And then like when I do some tests or like learning from some website or something, I feel it's more, for me personally, I feel like a video game.
Mhm.
Like if I pass the test in like, okay, I can go to the next, I can go to the next. For me, it's like fun. But in the beginning, when it's too hard because you knew nothing, I feel the keyword is don't give up. And then you have to know yourself, and you have to know some, you have to have some strategy. Like if you learn something, repeated it is very important. And
Mhm.
also walk away sometimes. You know, you have to empty your head. So it will come. Yeah. First of all, know yourself and know how to learn, and don't stress and don't give up.
When you get stuck, I like this about to do like to go do something else
Yes.
and then go back. This is like you adjust your perspective or something like that. Like maybe when you get stuck on the problem, you keep looking into it in the same perspective, and then later
Yes.
you need to rest a bit or to do some activity, and then you
Mm,
go back, and then you find a way.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I also think connecting with other female engineers is also fun because
yeah.
there's not many chances. I feel like because I'm also super busy. I'm also a single mom now. So on the weekend, I have
Mhm.
2 kids. So during weekday, I'm just working my ass off. So
Mhm.
but when I in the office, if I see other female engineer, I'm like happy. So we need more. We
Yeah,
need more. Come join us.
I really can understand you. But it is really valuable to have female
Yeah.
colleagues.
Do you
Yeah,
also
because
feel,
it's rare.
yeah, do you also feel there's some kind of gender bias? Do you know the story about someone write a book, a female writer
Mhm.
who wrote a book, and they sent it to publishers, and then like asked for feedback, and then she didn't get any. So she thought like, well, could it be my gender? So she changed her name, same book, sent it to the publishers to a male's name. She got lots of good feedback. She was like, and I read that from a book. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
yeah. And also I learned a lot from like James King Scott, the author for Radical Candor. And then she talks all about like in tech company, like bias, you know, prejudice and bully could be happening, and then also female,
Mhm.
like, well, how are we gonna succeed in this work field? And I find it very interesting. So I want to ask you, do you have any kind of like encounter those kind of, you feel like they always give my male colleague very good
Mhm.
advice, but they probably worry to give me some constructive feedback, so they don't give me at all? Do you have that kind of?
Yeah, I can feel that in many situations, like they have to think twice or something when they talk to me. In Tunisia, I worked with a lot of female colleagues, but when I moved to Europe, I saw the difference. It happened in one of my experiences that when I was explaining, someone gave a comment, but it's not about what I was explaining. It was about me, how I look.
Oh, that's not good.
And like, okay, he says you are beautiful. This is
Hey,
what,
yes,
and then,
this is wrong. Yes. Oh my
and then
God.
I was like, oh my God. So everything I said, my idea weren't heard. Like what?
Oh,
And actually, when many situations happened like that, also it affected my perspective.
yes.
I became defensive towards men. Like there are
Really?
men who are really like who consider my opinion, etc. But then I got defensive with them. Like
Wow.
I treat them the same way as the other guys. But then later, slowly, I became more aware that okay, I have to give them a chance to
Yeah.
just show who they are, not me thinking who they are
It's very
from
interesting,
my
right?
experience.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yes.
very cool. You also spot that. Yeah. So what do you think could fix that problem if there's an issue about this? Do you have any answer?
Oh, I think how I am dealing with that. There are people who have problem with female that,
Yeah.
for example, they think of them only about like, oh, she's flirting or thinking like that. And there are people who are normal.
Yeah.
Uh, so when I think it's not about me, it's them.
Mm,
So it's them, it's their mindset. If they think of
yes.
me something, so it's them. They are wrong because we, like
Yeah.
women are, we are capable of doing everything. Like anything comes to mind, we
Mm,
do it like
yes,
without.
exactly.
Yeah. So maybe this is the key, is to think if there is someone has a problem with you, it's their problem. It's not
Yeah,
you.
you can just show that. Yeah, it's also good to practice how to react when someone says something inappropriate to you, like discussing something, and then they say, "Oh, you're so beautiful." I'm like, you should say something to stop those kind of behavior. Like,
Yeah.
this is a work. I think I don't like when you praise me about my look. You should talk about my work ability because we are in the workplace. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be
Exactly.
harsh, but just kind of express your feelings. That might help. And I also feel if there's, because we are in a minority now in the
Yeah.
tech. So if there's more female in the tech, then the dynamic will change. And then
Exactly. Yeah.
the behavior will change. So it will be different. So we definitely need more female in the tech.
Yeah. And did you notice when there are a lot of guys, let's say a team full of guys, they would be speaking like very freely and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, more like bad words, etc. And then when a female comes, they
Yeah.
try to be professional. Sometimes I feel it's
This is
good
funny.
also for them. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
good
good.
for them. So they will become professional because of female in their team.
Yeah, if it is only guys, it'll be bro culture. They're like, hey, it's I think
Exactly.
suitable in any kind of group. Like it's all female. It's also not very good, in my opinion. We
Yes,
should be
yes.
like more inclusive, different kind of people, like different kind of gender or bisexual, transgender. The
Yeah,
more colorful is better, in my opinion.
exactly. So it's always good to have this diversity
Yes.
and always also to consider each other's background, especially having different backgrounds. Sometimes
Yes.
you mean something with your background, but the other person take it differently, so you can discuss and
Yeah.
communicate.
I think it's also, yeah, it's good to be mindful who you're talking to. They're different backgrounds, so use a different kind of language or slow speed and a way to talk. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I really
Yeah.
love working in Delivery Hero. What about you? Do you like your job, like in tech?
Yeah, I make sure that the team is good and yeah, currently I'm very happy. I am working at Liventant. It's also in Berlin. I hope someday, like if I go to Berlin, I will be happy to meet with you in person.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can come to the office. We have a coffee. Or
That's
we meet
cool.
somewhere else at a meetup or something.
Yes, yes. I am interested if you have like your current challenges. What are the things that you'd like to work on and you are trying to achieve for the next steps? Do you have like something in mind?
Well, if it's tech, I like infrastructure.
Mm.
But right now our team is working on refactoring and then try to change from like a Flash API to Fast API because we have some legacy code. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's one part of the tech part. But also I'm working with our CTO right now to have a special project to kind of want to promote or like help new joiner, like more try to in the future we'll have more female to join Delivery Hero, and we want to set a good environment for them. So I also try to push a little bit, like changing the culture and then try to set a good feedback loop. So there'll be some workshop going on and then continuous training or like caring our engineer is also be part of my life right now. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go have a beer now. Life is good, but meaningful. Yes, meaningful but tired. Yes. So right now it's very busy, but very fulfilling, very happy, satisfying.
That's nice that every day like you have something that you are looking
Yeah,
forward to, and yeah, it's very important also that you love your team and your work.
yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the latest part, I usually ask my guests to tell me like an advice or something that you wish you have known when you were younger.
I think it's not so bad to be older. That's the first thing. Because when you were young, I was like, oh, I have to do this now. I have to do that now. I can't do that when I'm old, or like I have to have my kids now. I don't know. And female always stress out. We worry we'll have deadline.
Yes.
If we don't get married at 30, by 30, if we don't have kids, because you feel like there's some kind of time window. But right now, I feel like, because I'm going to be 42 this year, I
Mhm.
feel like be gentle with yourself. Everybody's time is different, and then I feel like I'm very happy now compared as I was 20. When I was 20, I partied a lot, and because I was in like doing modeling and like TV stuff, all the fun things in them, but less meaningful. But right now, like
Mhm.
super busy, lots of project, lots of things to learn, lots of responsibility, but it's really meaningful, and I'm very content. you know
Yeah.
so give yourself time and enjoy life. That's it.
Yeah, it's very impressive and inspiring. I find your journey is inspiring, and you are brave that you take this first step towards something that was unknown for you, but you are doing it good. And I can see that you are going to grow in this field, and I'm looking forward to see you in person also.
Yes, me too. I'm happy to talk to you today. If anybody wants to join Delivery Hero female, you can find me on LinkedIn. Okay. Like, very thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure, and thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
You
Enjoy
too.
your beer.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I'm looking forward to our next episode with a new guest and new inspiring story. Until then, stay safe and stay tuned to our next episode. Tic Tac, tackle the inspiration.